Hi there, welcome back. I'm Ronny, and I'm going to try in the next few minutes explain a little bit on how to read a color after you made a good cleaning and you made a good spectral reading. So after downloading the formula in our software, you are receiving some curves. And here, because I want to go with you through the topics or the importance that we have to look for when analyzing a color curve. But before that, I want to quickly explain you what you can find in your software. Obviously, we have the wavelength of the color that you can find on the bottom of the screen. And then you have the grayscale from light to dark. And this indicates the brightness of the color. In this case, it's a bright red because you can see that the reflection in red is higher and there is no other color really reflecting. When you will have a black car, you will see the lines are completely flat down. When you have a white color, the lights will be much higher in your scale. This is what I was just mentioning. So the white, you can see it's pretty high. The black is completely down in your screen. Dark blue, the reflection of the blue is coming up. You will see the wave in the blue. A red, the red is popping up in the visual, so you can see it here in the screen. So this is, I would say, the explanation of a color curve. So the algorithm, as mentioned, we are creating an algorithm with the device. And this algorithm, we are looking in our database in around approximately 180,000 formulas. We are looking for the best color curve that match what we have reading. What do I have to look for after downloading in the color curve? I have some examples for you. And in this one, you can see obvious the wideness is pretty high here. It's pretty close in the middle and it's widening up again. This is not the best wave. What we want to look for is that the wave is following as good as possible the blue line. So the blue line is the target, our car. The red line is the formula in our database that we want to match with the car. First thing that we have to look for, that the color curve is following as close as possible and as smooth as possible each other between the blue and the red. The green we can forget for the moment. This is an adjusted formula and we will come back to that later. Here you have again the blue, close, open, crossing. This is obvious not a good reading because the last thing what we want to have is that the blue and the red line is crossing each other. Next topic, and this you can see on the left side a reading and on the right side. Most of the people will go for this reading because they are closest, but in this particular case this formula is much better than this one. Why? Because they are smoothly following each other and the peaks are aligned with each other. In this one, you can see that the peak of the blue line is higher than the red line. The peak of the red line is different as the peak of the blue line. And these are the different parameters we want to look for when analyzing a color. So now let's go now by downloading the formula the reading we just done on the red car, and let's see what he's bringing us. Okay, so now we have downloaded the reading that we just made on the car. As you can see here, we have our red car. We will download the reading, and in this case, we want to have it in 45 line. We select 45 line. We will fill in the brand. And the color code. And he's giving us some different examples. In this case, he's giving 3 proposals. Now, many people would go from personal view, they will go to the 91% straight away. Why? Because it's the highest in percentage. We have a 93 here. So they will probably go to 91 or 93 straight away because it's the highest percentage. What we have to do is we have to analyze the color curve of all 3 colors. So We go to details, spectral curve. So this is the color curve of the first color that he's putting on the highest position. What we said earlier, we don't want to have a crossing, and you can see here that there is a crossing, meaning that there is a switch of pigment in your formula. This one we absolutely don't want to go. Let's go to the second. Here again, it's better, it's lower, but we still have this switch around of the color curve. He's giving us a very smooth, adjusted formula. But let's look to the result number 3. And in this case, he's giving a very smooth formula from the start. As you can see, the blue and the red line following each other smoothly and evenly. Just it goes a little bit wider or a little bit, as remember, lighter, because we said the match is our software. It's higher in your position, so it will give a little bit more lighter in phase view. When we look at the flop view, it's very smooth, very even. So in this case, I would definitely go for the formula of the standard formulation. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not, the color curve is not such a thing that you can explain very easy in a few minutes. I just give you the highlights and the things that we absolutely want to look for when analyzing a color curve. Nevertheless, if you have any questions about color reading, analyzing, if you have examples, put it in the chat and I will try to answer in the next movie. I will summarize all your questions and try to give you some answers on the next 5 minutes baslac on your request in this chat. Thank you very much and speak to you soon. Bye-bye.